Jeez, I'm just really interested to see how this lane actually progresses too, and what S0nstar actually maxes. I expect a double up max, but who knows?
And Nagne does start with Piltover Peacemaker, and instead of using it just to dish out most of the damage to the wave, tried to get all that headshot proc and to start this trade up here versus S0nstar. You can see S0nstar going in for the 1v1. The barrier there, Ignite, gonna get countered out there in that regard. Nagne dropping down to below 100 HP. And there's
That
the all
was
in.
questionable.
S0nstar unsuccessful in taking down Nagne.
No, that was successful. Ignite is a much shorter cooldown than Barrier, and at least he forced the potion early. He's still ahead in terms of HP, and he hasn't gotten a CS advantage, unfortunately, out of that. That's kind of the main thing I was looking at, to see if he could at least make him miss a creep.
Oh, but look at that double up off the level 2, just so successful at getting harassed through the minion wave. And Nagne, like you said earlier, not a whole lot of HP here. Those double ups continuing to land.
Yep. Gotta say, double up is a pretty good harassment spell, especially when you know how to utilize the cone of the cone that the second bullet comes through. And that's something that S0nstar can completely abuse in a 1 versus 1 matchup. And
level 3 is picked up for both players. We see 2 points put into Piltover Peacemaker there for Nagne. As far as S0nstar is concerned, you're probably going to see 2 points put in double up, as that is the primary way that Misfortune wins trades. Even if it doesn't bounce off the minion, you still get an auto attack reset off of it.
Cheeky. That was very cheeky.
Yeah, he tried for that double up. I don't think there were many worlds in which that landed, but now, going back in. There's a 90 caliber net on the S0nstar. Hits him down. He's down to 100 HP and probably will need to head his way back to base. Has double up if Nagne goes for an early aggressive trade.
I wonder how Nagne, oh man, if he would have saved that headshot proc, he might have been able to kill S0nstar with just a headshot and a Piltover, but you know, just playing it safe for now. He is down in terms of XP. He was zoned away just a little bit. So S0nstar at least has the XP advantage right now, as well as a nice creep advantage too. And he is not running out of mana anytime soon.
Now, if Nagne hits a Piltover Peacemaker here, he definitely has kill potential. Speaking of, you know, the ability to pick up kills, one way that you're going to do that is by closing the gap with your opposing AD carry, and you can do that with 90 caliber net for Nagne, whereas S0nstar just has to run around. So we'll have a faster way to get back to base, and it'll be interesting to see. Oh, okay, gets back there. I was a little bit worried there for a second to see if his back would be stopped, and at that point Nagne would come up with a pretty big advantage off of just being able to CS the wave.
Yep. Going back to base, he picks up a double longsword. So looking for the brutalizer route, looking for the CDR. I don't know what that says in Korean, but I'm going to assume that it says fun and happy things.
It is actually an advisory that we stop playing League of Legends because we've been playing it for too long. It does that on every hour interval, I think, starting at, I believe, 2 hours or so. But
it's like the old Guild Wars stuff. It's like, yeah, you've been playing for about 2 hours now. You should probably stop.
But there's no rest for the weary here, EGAD. We are continuing our Korean 1v1 tournament, whether we like it or not. Triple Doran's Blades there for Nagne. No Brutalizer for him in the works. He is just looking to, you know, maybe hit the CS cap in a, you know, in an 80 carry versus 80 carry matchup. You should see CS be the defining factor. Not incredibly strong early on, although, you know, S0nstar definitely tried it with impure shots and Ignite early. Couldn't quite find the all-in.
He just runs into the traps, so he doesn't care. He takes so much damage, though. He's got to be really careful. He didn't go for double Dorans, or triple Dorans, excuse me, like Nagne did. His sustain is not going to be as good. And he also built up a pretty big creep wave, which Nagne is going to be able to really just capitalize on. Oh, please.
Just the tip of that Piltover Peacemaker hitting, as well as a headshot proc. Not to mention all of that trap damage and minion aggro he took earlier. S0nstar, ooh, just in a little bit of a rough situation. And the longswords don't even offer him all that much of an advantage because, I mean, for every longsword he has, Nagne has a Doran's Blade, which is overall more stat effective. Oh, Nagne, he's just going to walk forward. There's the 90 caliber net. Going to hit him down there for the somewhat anticlimactic last hit.
S0nstar's like, all right, whatever. I'm just going to walk forward and try to kill you. But that really was
We're
bad
going to see a replay here. S0nstar kind of gives up the ghost at this point. Once he walks around that little outcrop, dodges the Piltover Peacemaker, but Nagne just kind of walks on him, hits him with a headshot proc, and at this point, kind of knows he has kill potential. Microing forward, S0nstar, like you said, the barrier cooldown coming back up. There's Piltover and the last hit. Nagne with another 2-0 victory over his IM opponent, S0nstar.
Cool, so that means that we will have the team